Okay, greetings everyone. Greetings and welcome to Progressive Discussions After Dark. And I am here once again with my good friend and very special guest from Chicago, Illinois, Mr. Mick Von Raven. Mick, how are you?
I am good, Jimmy, and I hope my synchronization's a bit better than last time. I had like a martial arts movie going where I talk and words didn't come out.
Oh. Now, we were okay now. Of course, it is Progressive Discussions After Dark. Excuse me, because I'm drinking my...
Bless you, my son.
Yes, I am drinking my Yinling Porter, which is like an American Guinness Stout. It is America's oldest brewery in Pottsville. I don't know if it's Pottstown or Pottsville. I think it's Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Pottstown. It could be Pottstown.
As long as it's not Pottstown, okay?
What's the difference? Pottstown. Yeah, that'll be Washington. That'll be Washington D.C. Pottstown.
Pottstown. And I've got yet another dirty bastard. I've got a whole 12-pack of them.
You got another dirty bastard.
8.5% alcohol. Good 2 beers in one.
Now, what's the difference between the town and well, Ville means village, right?
Maybe.
That would be smaller than a town. Potts Village, Pottstown. Listen, I was criticized for doing the video in the dark. But guess what? I showed him that I do many videos under bright LED lights. So I'm not hiding from anyone. I do this in the dark because this is the theme of this particular show. It happens to be late at night, and it is called Progressive Discussions After Dark, you stupid motherfuckers. What don't you understand?
Yep.
What don't you understand? And I have dark, very dark actually, craft beer. I mean, it's dark.
Dark ale, man. Come on, we got the shades on.
We're wearing dark. It is dark outside. We're in the dark. My friend here, Billy Bones, he loves the dark. He's into mysticism, right, Billy Bones?
He's rather macabre.
He's rather macabre, and so are we. So anyway, I want to begin. What the hell did I do? Don't tell me I forgot the paperwork. Oh, hold on.
The paperwork.
Hold on, the paperwork.
Well, we're going to have some interesting discussions on our views on today's news from Washington, our least favorite news. Oh, the politics of the day are not what they used to be, man. Used to be a fair fighting field. Now it's Dirty Dog City, with any Rusky can come into your town and get someone elected. Oh, here's James back on the phone.
Oh, now I used to have supervisors or a supervisor when I used to work with seafood. I for 10 years, I could cut them, fillet them, and I could do it. And this guy used to always say, I'm in the back doing paperwork. And, you know what he's talking about, wiping his ass and all that. But I was, I love exotic pets. And I'm into arachnids, scorpions, tarantulas. Okay. Instead of me ordering something online where they sucker me into paying like $40 overnight shipping, FedEx or whatever, it's ridiculous. You do not need overnight shipping for an arachnid, maybe for a reptile. So anyway, I decided to go to the local PetSmart. And I guess they assume that it's a smart place to go because otherwise it would be called pet imbecile instead of smart. But anyway, I go in there and they had what I wanted. They had a captive bred, not wild caught. I don't want wild caught anything because it can be riddled with parasites. We have enough parasites in Washington.
Yes.
So captive bred Asian forest scorpion. It's black. Also a rather dark macabre looking. It's a very, very good looking scorpion. It's shiny, jet black. It's sleek.
Menacing.
Yeah, it wasn't expensive either. So I asked for it, and they were they acted like I was purchasing a Tasmanian devil, for God's sakes, you know, the girls there. And they made me sign so many forms and permits for the state of New Jersey. But I said, what the hell am I buying? A spitting cobra? A king cobra or something? I says, you're dealing with the one of the probably the largest scorpion in the world, but it has the venom of a bee or a hornet. It's not deadly. Look at all this bullshit I had to fill out.
Nice.
Yeah, permits and forms, and you would think I'm acquiring a Nile crocodile or
you adopting this thing or what, man?
Or a chupacabra from Puerto Rico, or an alien from Area 51. I mean, come on! I'm all this shit for a fucking scorpion that has the sting of a bee. He didn't float like a butterfly, though. He just stung like a bee. But you know, come on. I mean, give me a break. And you know what? It's none of the state or the government's fucking business what hobbies I have and what I have as a pet.
Well, they want to find out ways to tax you and get licensing fees and any money they can get out of it, man.
I think this has to do with Big Brother just wanting to know every damn thing you do. You know, whether you use Charmin to wipe your ass, which I don't like because it causes dingleberries, or whether you
culture to take care of those dingleberries.
You know, I like the dollar store toilet paper because it's like the public restroom. It's very durable and rough, and you know, it doesn't break apart into dingleberries.
Good to know.
You believe all this shit they wanted me to fill out? And I said, is there a place I could write down, go fuck yourself, state of New Jersey? The girl laughed and says, yeah, you can do that on Facebook. I said, believe me, we do a lot of, there are many grievances on Facebook. So, you know, I mean, come on, give me a break. All this shit. Now, this is what I had to go through to save $40 in overnight shipping, is all this permit crap.
Well, you saved a lot, and you did a lot to save a lot.
Yeah, New Jersey was always full of sleazy shyster lawyers and politicians. You need a permit and a license for every damn thing, and unless you're rich, unless you're one of their rich buddies, then you can do anything you want.
Well, yeah, like close down bridges and such.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bridgegate.
Cocksucking motherfuckers.
Bridgegate. And you know, and there's other things with the pet trade. Like, in other words, she says to me, "Oh, do you have the proper enclosure? You know, they need heat, you know. Oh, they need this, you know. Oh, they need that, you know." Little does she know how advanced I am in the field, that I says I have everything that the little crispy, crusty little rascal can possibly need. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to try to sell me some overpriced enclosure that comes with humidity gauge and stick-on heater and substrate and this and that and blah, and decorations. You know, they try to sell you this big package that costs a fortune.
That's their game, man. The bait and switch. Buy this, buy that as well.
Typical Zionist control retail. And you know,
God bless you, my son.
It ends up being that the accessories end up much more expensive than the creature itself.
Insane.
Much more expensive than that's like a jeweler. That's like you get let's say you get a
diamond,
a ruby. Well, diamond is technically really not a precious stone anymore. There's really so many diamonds being mined in South Africa. Let's say a sapphire, which is a blue ruby. They're both corundums, is the name of the mineral. An emerald would be a beryl. I'm not trying to show off. I'm just, you know.
You're now.
You know, yeah. We like to educate our public as well as make them laugh. Uh, uh, so anyway, we're the foremost authorities on everything in the universe.
We're supposed to yell out rape when we belch or pillage or something from now on. We're by of the evening, by the way.
Yes. So where was I before I digressed? We were talking about the
precious stone and paying more for the setting than the stone itself. Basically.
No, yeah, it's like exact. Oh, this guy's psychic. This Mick Von Raven.
Psychic or psychotic? Take your pick.
Oh yeah, but ravens are the smartest birds in the world. So anyway, yeah, the setting and it costing more than the sapphire itself. It's insane. Look, but I'm way ahead of retail. I know the sleaziness of retail. Plus, sometimes they'll sell you never purchase a newborn or a hatchling or anything that is newborn. Anything.
Right?
Never, ever buy it. Always let the breeder give it a head start and build it up. Put a little size on it.
Yeah, take the risk. They die when they're newborn a lot of times, don't they?
Oh, they definitely have a high mortality rate. Sure.
Well, I'm chomping at the bit to talk about today's, circus in Washington. You know that, don't you?
Yes, you are. And all I got to say is, without going into detail about what happened to me today with the big fight on my fitness group, all I have to say is, in general, to you humanoids out there, take the time before you go off half-cocked and assume things and accuse people of things. Always read word for word what the person's writing. Try to understand the content of what they're trying to say. Always focus on content, and if it's a video, same deal. Content, listen to what they have to say. Look at the overall picture before assuming anything, because once you start blurting out things that are childish or that are not pertaining to the story itself and to the content, then it gets blown way out of proportion.
Hey, you forgot to say rape or pillage, damn it.
Rape and pillage. What am I, a Viking?
We're belching. No, we're pirates of the night. We rape and pillage too.
Yeah, I got a new voodoo doll, which I was very respectful for, but I found a new home for it. It's on my wall. I'm not going to disturb it, but there is a photo of me with the voodoo doll on my mysticism paranormal Facebook page, which Mick Von Raven happens to be an editor of. The page of Krampus and
funny you should
and Krampus and Festivus, yeah, and I got there's some great new albums there since you've been there last. Believe me, it's there.
Take a look at my voodoo doll. I got one directly from New Orleans.
Oh yeah, wow, look at that. Hold on, it looks similar to mine. Let me look. Show it to me.
Shall we turn the light on?
No. Just put it like in front of the camera. I won't talk. You talk so you'll appear.
Well, let me tell you, this voodoo doll was given to me from a coworker that went to Nolans. He went to Nolans and got it directly for me.
Okay.
And some other people. That's a real Nolans voodoo doll.
No, that's it. That looks almost identical to mine, except yours has a different outfit on it. But respect it. Don't mock it, because if you want, I have the voodoo chant for good luck and money. Let me look at it again.
There you go.
It's very important.
Take a look.
All right, what you got to do is you got to make sure you have pins with the white ball on the end.
Okay.
If there is a pin with a black ball on the end, that's for black magic. That's for evil. If you have enemies that you want to fuck them up.
I already have a white pin in this one. There's a white pin in this one already.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing any black pins though.
Okay, don't worry about the black pin, because you're a nice guy.
Ooh, there is a black pin in this one also.
All right, leave that there.
Okay.
Don't worry about that now. What you do is you take a piece of paper. I happen to take a large page out of a blank notebook, and you write down your wishes, your desires, and you know, take your time. You know, write it nice. I went one step further. What I did was I wrote a long. You know, I wasn't too lengthy, but I got to the point. I wrote it out, and then I signed it and dated it, so it's official. In voodoo land, I wanted to make it legally official. So I put my signature, my John Handcrotch at the bottom, and dated it. And then you fold it up, and then you stick it to either the stomach or the heart, the chest of the voodoo doll with the white boilie.
All right, I've got my list. I've signed it. I'm folding it.
No, take your time. No, do it when you're not on a show. Take it.
I got exactly what I need in here. Trust me.
You want to put, okay, all right. You pin it, you fold it up, you pin it, and then you put the voodoo doll in a nice, safe place. You can hang it on the wall. You can put it in a little vase. You know, stand it up so you know it's happy. And then I will give you privately the chant for money and good luck. And what you do is you say the chant while holding the voodoo doll, gazing into its eyes.
Ooh.
You must gaze into its face. You must gaze into it. And you say the chant, and then you go put it in a nice place. And how about that? We even have the same voodoo doll.
It's a kinship.
You know what? But this is for real. What I'm telling, this is from the voodoo master of New Orleans. Like that song. What's that? Chicky chicky ba 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 ba. That song. What the hell? How's it go? There's a man from New Orleans from the 70s.
I don't remember that particular song, but it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyway, now you know about the doll and what to do. I will give you the chant. You know about the white pin and
the black pin.
And the black pin, but you know about the white pin, and you know you write down what you want and whatever you want to say. And it didn't say sign it and date it, but I did it because I'm a fussy pain in the ass. I'm very meticulous in everything I do. Now we're ready to hear the great Mick Von Raven rant about stuff. Hold on.
Let me tell you, back to your point, you definitely don't want to jump to conclusions when someone's writing a rant or a video. You want to be thorough before you go half-cocked and go off on somebody that you don't hardly even know, or you don't respect their opinion, or don't hear them out and come back with a poignant counterpoint that says something productive, not just tearing down comments. It's not really very helpful.
Well, it's important to absorb the content of what the other individual is trying to say. That's all. Before you assume anything, you must never assume. You have to really be fair, to the other person. Now, if somebody rubs me the wrong way, which they did, and I admit I overreacted because I got very ferocious and very profane, and I made gestures like I wish I had a 44 Magnum in my hand, which sometimes I really do wish I had it, but maybe it's best I don't.
You want a rocket launcher, not a 45, man. A rocket launcher.
Yeah. What is that? The Russians make this really effective shoulder-held rocket launcher.
They do. I have one of their air pistols that's a piece of shit.
Of course, the original AK-47 is the best all-around
Russian
gun in the world.
Yeah.
You can bury it in the mud and and you can abuse it. It doesn't jam, and it always fires. And you know, but anyway, this is a rocket launcher that would be wonderful on the Los Angeles freeway during a road rage. I mean, could you imagine somebody?
Speaking of rage, I had a Facebook friend who does awesome music posts. Admittedly, he said something on a bad day, and all of a sudden he posted something half-cocked going off on me for inviting him to like a semi-nudie page. And he's like, you know, such and such Mick Von Raven, whatever your real name is. And he just went fucking off on me. And I took it with a grain of salt because I like the guy's post. He seems like a nice guy. He deleted it. And I sent him a private message giving him my full name saying, you know, hey, I'm sorry you had a bad day. If you don't like it, just scroll on, ignore it. You know, why go and persecute somebody over an invite of something that didn't even create the fucking page? But you know how it is. People on Facebook want to go berserk over nothing.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's what really sends me ballistic when I drive is the tailgater. It's like they're trying to intimidate you. Like they know that they could pass you, they can go around you. They know that. That's
where you want that rocket launcher, man. Even things up.
I mean, what do you think? Like you're driving at night and their halogens are blinding you, and you know I think they're being wise ass. You know, I mean, you get pissed when they do that.
I hate when they have to get in front of you and then they fucking slow down. That's a real cocksucker, motherfucker. They do it a lot.
They slowed down. They slowed down
below the speed limit, or they're afraid to pass a truck. Hey, it's 2 fucking lanes. Get past them already.
What about rubberneckers when they see a cop that pulled somebody over? And
oh God!
They all have to get nosy. They have to slow down and look.
Well, I tell you, we had a horrific accident right in my neighborhood, like 100 feet from me, like 2 weeks ago, and I didn't run out. I didn't do anything. I didn't think it was going to help, so I just waited. Heard the news. Unfortunately, 4 people perished. God rest their souls. Yeah, I'm not an EMT. I'm not going to do anything right now. Give me the information. Okay, I'm going to go home and do nothing with it. It's just useless, rubberneck.
Listen, when a cop pulls somebody over, a state trooper, and you know, and believe me, they don't have time to be leaving the shoulder of the road where the car they pulled over and jump in their car and chase you, unless you have an orangutan driving your car, or you're having you know, one of those newfangled automatic pilot drivers, or you know, you got a chimpanzee driving it. Nah, they're too busy for you. So you know, move on. You're on a highway. You don't want to go slow on a highway because then the cops think you've been drinking. You know, you don't want to go slow on a highway. But anyway, yeah.
40 miles an hour and they're doing 35. And you're trying to work. And not, you know, I don't know, it drives me nuts.
Well, if you're gonna go, I wouldn't do 40. If you're gonna go 50, 40 to 50, you should be in the right lane where for people that get off at exits. You should never be in the middle lane or the left fast lane. You should be in the right lane.
And how about when trucks take up all the good lanes?
Oh, the cocksuckers that take up all the lanes and walls.
Do it, man. 2 trucks in the passing lanes, both of them. Fuckers.
Now these are just selfish pricks that really are desperate for attention, and or they're just natural born troublemakers, or they're just brain cell deficient. And America's got plenty of those. You know, that's why they need guiding lights like us to steer them in the right direction.
Let's talk about Mr. Sessions recusing himself from his own fucking lies.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Tell me about the
guy. He's our attorney general, and he's already lied under oath. we're fucked with a capital F, dude. I mean, it's just a mockery. I don't care what political party you're with. It's a mockery. It's all it's a cabinet and a presidency based on lies, mistrust. I mean, of all people, the Russians, really? That's our fucking underarmed ally? They're scumbags. They're killers. Not all Russians, just Putin and his people.
Putin was.
Dude. Yeah. I'm furious at this bullshit, this revelation. This guy, they show the video of him saying he had no contact with the Russians when he was giving, testified to become the attorney general, and now he's backpedaling. Well, I didn't exactly lie.
Yeah, he was KGB. I mean, but I think that it's ridiculous to blame the 2016 election year on Putin and Russia's interference. I think the lack of integrity and the total corruption of the DNC, as well as the Republicans collectively, all of them, I think they just did themselves in. I mean, the people that are intelligent realized it. They saw it. They saw how a real good, honest man got screwed in the primaries, Bernie Sanders, and then the DNC was not held accountable. Of course, they weren't. They were protected. The Obama administration and the FBI were protected Hillary Clinton, the DNC. And so Bernie Sanders got screwed and nothing was done. And of course, the legions of Bernie Bernie Krats and Bernie Bros did not protest in anger. The only people that protest in anger were all the carpet munchers and gays that supported Hillary Clinton, that were obsessed with Hillary Clinton. They're the only ones that protested. But when Americans protest, they don't protest the right way like Europeans do. Europeans get violent. They get militant. You know what I mean?
They put a lot at risk, the Europeans do. The protesters in the U.S. are playing it safe. The most thing that makes me the angriest is the treason. It's against the law for any citizen to talk to the Russian government. I'm not saying they did or didn't influence the election. I'm just saying a lot of legal activity took place. And if it was on a different party, they'd go berserk and be wanting someone's head. But in this case, they're just kind of leisurely going into it.
Hey, have you watched the video of the two young Russian hackers prank calling John McCain, Senator John McCain?
Oh, I have not seen it.
You got to look for it. It really happened. And John McCain, just like he did when he was a POW, he sang like a canary to these two Russian hackers.
Wow.
He sang like a canary. And yeah, it's on YouTube. And, it's this is the only administration, or this is the only administration that I've known in my lifetime that has lied under oath so many times.
Rape, pillage.
I need another Yinling Porter, but I will, talk a little more before I get more of my high octane antifreeze. Or summer cooling, I should say.
Help preserve the innards.
The innards. Speaking of innards, I can go for some exotic cold cuts from the Polish market. I think I have
Polish bellies are the best, bro.
I want to get some smoked. They call it wedding style kielbasa. It's like it's not cheap. It's $3.99 a pound, and they have very good bloodwurst sausage called kashanka with a K. Kashanka. Look for kashanka. It is very good. The old Polish man told me, my favorite sausage is the kashanka.
Best cook I ever dated was a girl from Poland, man. Just the best cook ever.
Yeah, it was kind of fun having sex with a Polish girl. I dated a couple of them, but this was back in the 1980s. Yeah.
In the 2000s.
They have a nice meaty vagina. You know, the labia is meaty. It's meaty. It's got meat to it. I don't mean like you know, like a bloodhound, like these long trampoline labias, like a freaking Shar-Pei or a bloodhound. That's disgusting. I mean a good meaty vagina they have.
Got it. There you go. You're gonna get some new fans on that one.
Yeah. Well, of course, we didn't place the show in advertisement. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing that we decided to do this show because I was so aggravated from before. I was just itching to go on the air. But normally, next time, I will try to keep the show advertised for several days, you know, so people know. But the meaty labia, and you know, my friend who is a fantastic, one of the best personal trainers and nutritional consultants I know in the world. What this man does for his clients, I don't know anyone else that does it. Mr. Mario Petrus, the trainer to the stars. He also has a thing for the meaty pussy, the meaty pussy, the ones that look like they got real. What do they call those? Kegel muscles.
Nice. Kegels.
Oh, Kegels.
Exercises.
Billy wants to sing Kegels, I Kegel. All right. I'm sorry.
I actually was talking to a date about Kegel exercises, oddly enough.
Kegel and Ebert. Oh no, they died. That was yeah, Siskel and Kegel. Or was it? Anyway.
Siskel and Ebert.
Both
gone.
Yeah, boy, one of them ended up looking like Bobby Heenan looks now with the throat cancer thing.
Yeah, and one of them was I didn't know it was a longtime Fanuc. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, the Siskel was a Fanoica?
Yeah, he was a Fanuc. I didn't know that. I'm glad I didn't.
I didn't know that he was a Fanoica. I know the one that got cancer was married to a black girl.
He was a dark meat chaser.
Yeah. She was a little. She was hefty. She was hefty. She was like the woman who sang "It's Raining Men, Hallelujah." Remember that disco song?
Black women, they really enjoy giving as well as receiving.
Well,
best blowjob ever.
Yeah, black women have told me that black men do not like to
pussy. Yeah,
eat pussy. But I think I don't consider myself an expert, cunning linguistic. You know, a PhD. I would say, yeah, I have a PhD in cunning linguistics.
You just have to watch out for HPV now, man. You get some throat cancer from that shit. I like
cunning linguistics.
Yeah, I like cunnilingus on the right gal, definitely. But
are you talking about human papillomavirus?
Yes, that shit comes from cunnilingus, dude. When throat cancer, when they got that lump on your throat.
Oh my god! So in other words, if the woman has human,
you can get it, man. Yeah, HPV is a nasty piece of shit out there, man.
So that means what if you just zero in on the little punching bag, the little clip?
It's still there through the vaginal juices, bro.
You know, the plum tomato. I dated a black girl who had such a big clitoris. I used to call her my little plum tomato.
Well, and that's covered in vaginal juices, man.
Vaginal marinara, yeah. So it's the plum tomatoes.
I tell you, there's always something ruining our natural abilities to procreate and have. You know, our DNA says make love. Our DNA says caress and be kind.
So that means you got to use saran wrap.
No thanks. I'll just take a pass on the whole goddamn thing if I have to.
Saran. Well, what's a good quality? Saran wrap is the best quality, right? A good saran wrap.
I haven't done it yet. I hope not to.
Well, you're gonna do a video of you using saran wrap and put it on YouTube.
I hope not to ever use Saran wrap. I haven't yet, and I don't want to.
In other words, the whole thing in an oyster shell is, speaking that, just like pirates, we got to stick to that oceanic theme. The whole thing in an oyster shell, as Ed Norton would say, oyster, is to have a monogahela. No, that's the river in Pittsburgh. Monogamous relationship with a clean woman.
And be a clean guy. Same difference. Yep.
And a clean, and you go, well, you got to have a clean guy to be with a clean woman. Otherwise, nobody's clean. You know,
that should be honest and upfront about this stuff. Not make it one-sided.
That's right. That's right. Guys have to take it seriously because maybe the different venereal diseases is God's way of saying, okay, you don't want to do it my way. I'm going to punish you for it. Who knows? I mean, anything's possible.
Unfortunately, men become the carriers for the HPV and give it to other women.
Yeah, because men enter them. They're the ones with the cavern, with the hole.
Yep.
Men have the peg, and the ovens, the baster, the turkey baster, the flesh, the skin flute, the bagpipes,
the trouser trout,
one-eyed trouser trout. They're the ones that inject.
Sandwich.
Remember Ron Popeil and that stupid Showtime?
The Bass-O-Matic.
And he had that injector for shooting garlic and spices and herbs into the pork loin.
That's semen.
well, you know, when he whacked as hard as he could on the infomercial, that was probably a plastic hammer.
Yeah.
You know, my sister and brother-in-law bought one, and guess what? When she used it,
broke.
No, it worked all right, but the whole house smoked up. They couldn't see shit. The alarms went off.
Oh.
Yeah, this is Ron Popeil, the guy with the hairspray for bald men. You know, the one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that schmo. Ronco.
Yeah, Ronco. Hey, you're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee. I miss that guy. They should bring him back.
His commercials aren't around.
He got fired.
Why'd they go with the computer instead or something?
He's gone. They got rid of him. You know who else they got rid of that I feel bad about? The original Dos Equis, man. The guy with the great beard.
They got some much uglier dude to replace him.
You see the nose on that new?
Yeah, he's an ugly motherfucker. How do you get on TV? He's a relative of the fucking owners.
He looks like he's related to somebody at the hotel.
No.
Oh my God! If he looked at the sky, he would be a two-car garage.
It's amazing. People like us should be on TV if this motherfucker is.
Yeah. No, I'm not the Dos Equis type. I don't know, but you know what? The original Dos Equis, man, his demeanor, the way he had the charisma. You know what I think it is? I think they were too cheap to pay the original Dos Equis.
Sure. These people just no loyalty. No loyalty.
They got off cheap. They hired the new guy. You know, they don't look long-term companies today. It's all penny wise and pound foolish. They only think from quarter to quarter, every 3 months.
Yeah.
Every 3 months.
Hey, I saw something interesting on Vice News. A Chinese company moved to the U.S. and is doing production in the U.S. I almost fell off my chair.
Well, I got to salute the richest man in China, the man who happens to who started and owns Alibaba, which is like eBay. He purchased God knows how many thousands of acres of pristine land in the New York Adirondack area, the Adirondack Mountains, just to simply leave it alone.
Nice.
And let nature do what it does. Not that he doesn't have any plans for it. He did it as a sanctuary, just like that black actor, the older man,
Morgan Freeman?
Yes, he bought land as a bee sanctuary.
Yeah, I heard that. That's
He's another guy deserves a salute because those bees are in trouble, you know.
Well, speaking of trouble, I heard some disturbing things about the rainforest, that how many trees have been cut down because of the beef in Brazil. It's really sad shit, man.
Every day.
The amount of carbon that Brazil is producing, and not, it's just unbelievable. This, hopefully we'll die before it happens, but this whole fucking planet's going to go up in a ball of flames.
You see, there's an imbalance of carbon dioxide to oxygen.
Yeah, and there's a lot of motherfuckers that need oxygen.
And when you destroy vegetation, trees, it's not just the oxygen to carbon dioxide ratio, it's also the preservation of the soil.
Yes.
Because the root system holds the moisture and maintains the integrity of the ground, of the soil. And you know, I don't know. It's
a sad situation, and I don't want to sound like end times, but fuck if it don't look like they're headed there.
Well, it's because of greed.
Yeah.
It's because of greed, and
let's worry about it later. Let other generations worry about it.
Now, my divining rods, being that I'm a mystic, my divining rods came in. I sent away for very high quality copper divining rods, and let me see if I can get them to work. They're right over here. Excuse me, Billy Bones. And what better show would there be than this show to
get your divine rod out,
to find my divining rods? You know what?
I've got my own divine rod. I didn't send away for it though, and it's not copper.
Oh, okay. I'll take my glasses. Well, I already did. My shades off. Okay. Divining rods, and they have tips on them. They look like little nipples, of little black clitorises.
Nice.
You know. Anyway, here we go. Of course, you know the deal. How should I do this? No, better. They're L-shaped, you know. If they come together, that's a good sign. Okay. Divine, if they go apart, then that means no. If they go halfway, then it's undecided. Divining rods. Do you like this new show of ours, of ours, called Progressive Discussions After Dark?
Thinking.
I don't even know if oh. Okay. All right. Okay, he says yes. You know what it is? I have to gently hold it in my hands.
Okay.
Because I was grabbing it too hard. Divining rods. Copper divining rods, too, which is a very good conductor of energy.
Nice.
You like the theme, the decor of our show, the mysticism, the darkness.
Hence, After Dark.
Okay. Okay.
Very cool.
Warm them up, warming up. All right. Divining rods. Do you think Mick Von Raven is just a hell of a cool guy and co-host for me?
Oh no. Please favor me.
No, don't encourage it. Yeah, being that it's new, that maybe she's got to get used to my energy. Yeah. Yeah, I like you.
Good.
Now, politically speaking, divining rods. On a more serious note, does Donald Trump have a specific intelligent reason for choosing the people in his cabinet? Like a specific agenda? Yep.
I think it's to destroy the offices they're in, to be honest with you.
Because I don't think Donald Trump is an evangelical religious freak. I think there's another agenda going on. And it's probably what my co-host on my Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman says is it's a right-wing agenda. It's basically steal the money, hoard the money, and screw everybody else. Does Donald Trump have any intention of honoring any of his campaign promises? I know Bernie Sanders talks about that a lot. Interesting. I think I know what he's doing. I think I know what Trump is doing. Said yes. I think I know what he's doing. You see, Reverend Dr. Bill said to me that he had to go with the right-wing scumbags and people like Mitch McConnell. He had to kiss up to them because he needed the votes. He needed the votes to get elected. He needed the evangelical freakazoids and the right-wing votes. So maybe he just did it, you know. It was, who cares if they get offended? They're all they're not even worthy of life. Is Mitch McConnell and Paul Ryan bona fide pieces of shit, Mr. Divining Rod? Oh. Oh. Yep.
That's a no doubter, with or without those rods. They are two big pieces of shit.
I'm going to put the rods. Thank you, copper rods. I'm going to put them away on top of my wonderful crystal pyramids.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit before the show that people that go into politics are failed actors and actresses that really want to be famous.
Yeah.
And they fall into politics, and then they just want power no matter what the cost is. I mean, it's the fuck. Every politician is one scumbag after another.
Yeah. Well, I ordered 2 more wonderful pyramids, different crystal, different rocks. I will have a real humdinger of a collection. And I figure by putting those rods on top of it with all that energy pulsating, oh, forget about it. The rods are probably very happy. Because copper really, you know, everybody knows about copper. You know, they use copper in electronics and, you know, I mean.
Energy like crazy.
Yeah. Copper. I have a copper medieval ring.
Nice.
That my mom ordered it one time and it didn't fit her. Well, naturally, it was a men's ring. It's a copper ring, and it's starting. I'll show you. It's starting to get the. You know how the Statue of Liberty gets that green mold?
Yeah.
Because it's copper, and that's something what copper does. You know, and I don't know if you see. It's got the pattern of the fleur de lis, the French lily.
Very nice.
I like saying fleur de lis. It's you see, it's got the fleur de lis. I read that the fleur de lis really comes from ancient Babylonia,
Very cool.
and it's copper, and then it goes on my finger. Where else is it gonna go? Now, some stupid chick who's obsessed with getting married says, "Oh, I like your wedding band." I got so pissed. This is not a wedding band, damn it! It's a medieval copper ring. Don't give me this shit. It's not a wedding band.
Don't you have to wear it on the other hand to avoid that?
No, it doesn't fit on my other finger.
Understood. Just that's why they're saying that shit to you.
Yeah, fuck that. You know, they're obsessed with wedding. You know, my wife proved to me that marriage is just a piece of paper. And you know what? Unfortunately, often it is. Now, what complicates it is when you have kids, of course, because then a woman can take you over the barrel to the cleaners. You know, but
Haven't been down that road yet myself.
yeah. How you doing on time? Do I have time for another one of these porters? Are you gonna hang out a bit with me?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, let me put Billy Bones down. Actually, Billy Bones, let me give him a rest. Poor guy. I don't. You know what I could do? I don't even know.
Well, I tell you, love and marriage, it's a sanctity, but it's not being honored as much these days.
Well, it takes two to do the tango.
Yes.
Of course, and if you don't have a two-way street compatibility, excuse me, if I'm talking,
It's a matter of compromises. You have to compromise a lot to be in a relationship.
Yeah, if you don't have that two-way street, unselfish compatibility, it's not just having things in common, but you have to click. You have to click chemistry-wise.
Well,
otherwise, you're just going to be two buddies, two roommates sharing an apartment. I mean, there has to be chemistry at the beginning. If you don't have the chemistry, that's what sickens me. Excuse me, let me put my shades on. So that's what sickens me about these the eHarmony commercial with that puffy face guy that sounds like Mr. Rogers.
Doctor in what?
Yeah, doctor of what? You know, he's like, if you ever check out eHarmony, it's nothing about looks. It's all about compatibility. Listen, I'm sure Mother Teresa was one hell of a nice woman, but she was ugly as all hell. You know what I mean? You got if you don't see fireworks, if you don't have that physical chemistry, I don't care if the woman is a carbon copy of you. It's not going to work. Unless, of course, you need your roommate. You need a roommate, you know. But anyway, let me go get another beer. Excuse me. Talk to the folks, because then you'll appear on the screen.
Yes.
Say stuff.
Well, I will tell you this. I mean, you need to be on the same team. The problem you find often in relationships is you're fighting for yourself and they're fighting for themselves, and you try to meet in the middle. It's got to be teamwork, man. Teamwork makes dream work. Some goofball we used to work with said that. But I mean, it's just not easy. I find over the years, I've dated a lot of women. I haven't married any of them. It just, I don't know. Marriage is not what it used to be. People would get married young. They'd stay married a long time. And then we find out later on they divorce much later after they're married 25 years. So it's crazy. But anyway, as far as things go in the political world, every day you're going to see a new headline that's more outrageous than the last. You know, with this guy lied, that guy lied, the president lied, he appointed as a liar. The whole world is full of freaking liars and leeches. It's really hard sometimes to believe in the system when it's so corrupt. But, you know, the good news is people like, you know, James and myself, we don't just sit by and let the liars have one over on us, man. We try to keep a lookout for each other, pass the word around. I mean, it's a shark infested world out there with people taking off limbs left and right, legs, arms. You know, not metaphysically, of course, I'm saying, but it's bad news. I see you got your drum out. You're telling me about that drum. That looks awesome.
Yeah, I was thinking of playing some. This is my African djembe drum. It's made from mahogany,
Nice.
or is it mahogany? I'm not sure.
Mahogany of the U.S.
Mahogany with goat skin.
Wow.
All right, and I'm going to play some of it. I don't know. You won't. Let me see. Chances are you won't be able to see it on this video, but I thought I'd show it to you what it looks like.
Really nice.
This way, when I play it, you'll know it's something I'm playing live. Let me just see.
Goes well with our pirate theme.
All right.
Nice.
I don't want to wake up the dead too much. I'll put it away.
Like a Desi Arnaz. Desi Arnaz had a drum like that, my friend.
Babalu.
Yes, it was his birthday yesterday.
Oh, wow.
That was some excellent stuff. I like that drum. You get that directly from Africa, right? Very cool.
I know there's an importer in Florida, actually.
Very nice.
Yeah, but they are handmade in Africa, and they come from the northwest Africa, from Mali. There used to be an empire, the Mali Empire, and they used to, believe it or not, they used to communicate between villages using
The drum.
different drum beats. It was used as a form of communication.
Could you imagine how powerful Africa could be if it ever got its shit together and became one country? Ain't never happened, man. Too many tribes.
You know what I like to see? I like to see South Africa, with the help of other countries, kick the fucking greedy
White
European colonist De Beers Mining Company out of South Africa and confiscate all that gold, all the gold mines.
Yes.
And diamond mines. The hell with the diamonds. They're really, you know, the only diamonds that have investment value are perfect diamonds, clear, with no inclusions to the naked eye, I mean, at all. But the rest are all the gold. The main thing is the gold. And for Africa to have a international gold-backed currency in that part of the world, you know, I'm sure the oligarchy would have a fit.
Yeah.
That took place.
Oh, I forgot to say rape when I belch. Not that I believe in rape, but it's just funny to say.
I think Putin, China, and Iran booted the U.S. dollar out. They are not dealing with the U.S. dollar anymore. And I guess the European Union is really not either, right?
No, it's not, man. The European Union it's the whole thing's, the world today is not very good.
Yeah, well, the part of Europe I love is the Scandinavia. I don't know about, well, you know what, Northern Europe too. I mean, and Holland, you know, the Netherlands. It's pretty cool. Amsterdam, Germany.
Amsterdam's awesome.
Yeah, but Northern Europe, mostly Scandinavia, has the most fair, best all-around system in the universe. They have democratic socialism, excuse me, where you get free health care, you get free education, even the tourists can get it for free. And the best part is the rich pay for it.
Well, I just heard today on Vice News that in Sweden they reinstated the draft. Every 18-year-old man and woman have to go into service of their country because of the Russian threat.
The Russians, right? They better worry about taking in all the Muslim refugees. I don't know.
They're talking about there's a big buildup of Russian arms around their country border, and they feel a big threat from it.
Well, it happens to be true. I think the border between Finland and Russia is. I mean, the Russia. Yeah, that happens to be very true.
Bad shit, man.
I heard that whole thing with Sweden about the Russian immigrants or not Russian, I'm sorry, Muslim refugees.
Yeah.
I heard it was a bunch of bullshit. You know, I don't know. That's what. See, my partner, my co-host, Dr. Bill, is farther to the left than I am, and people that are very, well, I'm going to get serious here now. People that are very left wing, that are ultra liberal, neoliberal, hipster, politically correct people, they will refrain from criticizing any particular group of people. They'll never do it. It's like they're afraid of being labeled. Like the George Carlin video. You can't call a person crippled anymore. You can't call a stupid person or dumb. They're mentally challenged. Everybody's walking on eggshells because they're afraid of offending someone.
Yeah, that's the liberals. I'm liberal myself, but I don't consider myself someone afraid to speak out against any group. If you're wrong, you're wrong. It doesn't matter. And speaking out and saying what you believe is a lot better than being politically correct. Political correctness will not get you anywhere, really, in my opinion.
Well, you know how political correctness, you know how disabled people screwed themselves? I think it was during Ronald Reagan when at the time when the guilt trip from the right wing was so effective that it made disabled people, and that in those days they were called handicapped people, it made them feel so guilty for living on the dole, for living on, let's say, Social Security disability or whatever. So it made them feel so guilty for not being productive members of society and living on handouts and everything, that all of a sudden you started seeing these events with the disabled people and the Special Olympics and all this crap. And then there were disabled people that just had to have a full-time job to prove a point. And then, of course, the Republicans loved that because then they showed the disabled person who was working full-time, and here, that was an excuse to throw all of them off of their
Medicare, Medicaid,
their social services. That was an excuse, and these idiot disabled people just fell right into the trap of the right wing. They felt guilty. The guilt trip worked, and they ended up shooting themselves in the foot. What they should have done was suck it up, accept the fact that they are handicapped or disabled, collect their money, live happily ever after to the best of their ability. Don't join any Special Olympics. If you want to work out, but don't tell the government. If you want to do some sports, just don't tell the government. Don't go on TV, and keep on collecting your money. You know, don't give them reason to throw you off the dole, because once you're thrown off, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know, it's like you're going to play second base. You're going to be second base for the Chicago White Sox. You know, if you have no arms and legs.
It's the worst thing is sometimes getting publicity. You think it'd be good. Sometimes it's not. It backfires.
Yeah, it's like, oh, look at me. I used to be disabled, but now I'm a contributing member of society. I'm holding a full-time job. Oh, guess what, Chief?
No more money for you.
What if your employer decides you're just a tad bit too disabled for his company? And what if it doesn't work out and you're back where nobody wants to hire you? And then you try to get back your social services. And guess what happened to this gentleman that I know? They told him,
Poof, it's gone.
you're no longer disabled because you held a job.
Damn.
This was a part-time job. You held a part-time job, therefore you are no longer disabled. Ah, smart ass. You wanted to be a big shot. You wanted to show, hey, I'm just like you. I'm not really all that disabled. I'm a person. You fucked yourself.
That's a shame.
And that's what happens.
It's a shame.
That's what happens. And yeah, this show was great, man. The drum made its debut. I wasn't warmed up properly for the drum because
You did well, though. I saw it sounded fine to me.
yeah, when I show you, I don't know if you've seen the video of me with my one of the guys I perform with in the Patterson Historic Museum, where the Colt firearms exhibit is.
Nice.
Colt, yeah, I was really warmed up for that. I was much better there than it was tonight. I just wanted to show a sample.
You were pretty good. Even though you're not warmed up, it sounded good, man. You had a groove going, I think.
And, and my brand new
Lightning
copper dividing rods made their debut.
and the doll. We both have the same
Oh, the voodoo doll. And
That's-
now you know how to use the voodoo doll, and I will definitely send you the chant.
Thank you.
Actually, what I could do is I'll see if I can take a photo of the whole thing as they sent me from New Orleans.
Oh, sweet.
So you, instead of me typing it, you know, you
Yeah.
and then you could use it to its ability. I mean, what I did was I took like a red, you know, when I go to the dollar store, they sell cable ties in different sizes and different colors. So I took a small red one, and I didn't do it tight because I got to go over the nail. I gently put it around the doll's neck, and then I hung it on a nail upright, and right now it's on the wall. It looks great. I mean, with the note stuck to it. It's hanging up there, and what else was I going to say? It says you can do the chant more than once, but I'm not a pestering nag. You know what I mean? I don't want to pester the poor thing.
Yeah.
I think once is enough. One chant is enough. I was going to say something else about the doll. When I used to go to Salem, Massachusetts.
The witches were burned.
Where they burned the witches. Yeah, the Salem witch hunt.
All the people were burned to death.
Yeah, well, they did a lot of. That was crazy, evangelical religious nut bullshit.
Yes. Anyone different, burn them.
Well, what happened was, you know, of course, Salem is over 300 years old, and it's very. New England is very historic. Now Salem is super historic. So I used to go up with one of my exes during Halloween. weekend, and man, it was like a Mardi Gras. It was so packed. You would have loved it. It was the streets were just completely packed with people in costumes and masks from all over, and they had all kinds of new age stores and that sold all kinds of mystical things, and the fortune tellers, the astrologers. I'm telling you, it was a blast. And then I went to the Salem Brewery where they had craft beer, and they had very good wood burning beer dough pizza.
Wow, beer batter pizza?
Beer batter? What is it called when you put the craft beer in
Beer battered.
beer dough?
It's similar to beer battered dough.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a wood burning oven beer, and then I was drinking Pumpkinhead Ale and Black Bat Stout on tap, and it was all right from the brewery, and you could see the big tanks. I love that kind of thing. You're eating the pizza, and you see the big tanks. It had a glass wall, and you can see the tanks.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was a really lovely place. I went to the House of the Seven Gables that I had to walk bent over, like I looked like one of my divining rods when I was walking through it. I had to bend over because I kept on hitting my head.
There's like 1,000 tortured souls in Salem, dude. They didn't leave.
Well, people were not tall back then. That's why I was hitting my head.
Yeah.
And guess what mattresses were back then? It was straw and linen. So sewed linen with straw inside.
Wasn't Lizzie Borden in Salem? I don't recall exactly where she was at.
No, I think she was like up in Maine, or she was farther north. Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her father 40.
Her mother 40 whacks before gave her father 40 whacks before she knew what she did. She gave her mother 41.
Something like that. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41.
Yeah, you can exchange the mother or the father. That was during that time of witch hunts, wasn't it?
You know what? I don't know the details of the Lizzie Borden family. I don't know if she was abused. I don't know anything. I don't want to say anything because I don't have all the facts. I'm not condoning what she did, but for all we know, she was probably a very abused child. We don't know that.
I remember the made-for-TV movie with what's her face from Bewitched, Samantha
Elizabeth Montgomery.
Yeah, the God rest her soul, died too young. Beautiful woman.
Yeah, she died, and I like when she played Serena, just like when Barbara Eden played her sister, the black hair. I thought she was more hot looking with the black hair. But anyway, we don't know what really went on there. But the East Coast, well, not just the East Coast. I mean, like I watch the Ghost Adventures, and I watch the Dead Files, and there are so many areas in the United States, throughout the United States, historic old buildings or buildings built on land where there were battlegrounds, or used to be a sacred Indian land and
Indian burial grounds, yeah.
Where they disturb, the worst thing is when they disturb the graves and the bones of,
shit.
You don't mess with that. And that's how I learned about the different crystal pyramids that I have now through the Dead Files. I listened to what the psychic medium had to say about how to get rid of the negative energy and the demons and the shadow people and all that stuff. And I went online and I found them, and I found them at a very good price, and I acquired them, and now I have a nice collection of these pyramids, and I have 2 more coming. Actually, hematite and black obsidian are both supposed to be excellent for neutralizing harmful electromagnetic energy from appliances like computer, all
microwaves.
What is it? EMTs they call it?
Yeah.
EMTs. Yeah, it's a great protector of that. And Black Obsidian also chases bad spirits out, negative energy, and a lot of it has to do with the chakras. The chakras is from India. You know, your body gives off an energy, has an aura, and on the page. Actually, I should really put the link of that page. There's I dedicated a part of it to mysticism. You know, and now I have I have an album with beautiful raven photographs. I have one with King Solomon's talismans, and I have one with the gold gargoyles, and the group is getting very interesting. It's getting there.
The page, yes, it's excellent.
The page, you know, and I have two other. I have a shaman. Along with you, there's a shaman, Mr. Chris Falcone, and he's a shaman. He teaches martial arts to the Amazon jungle Indians. He also is a mysticism expert with dealing with the Amazon jungle and the plants. And then there's the alchemist, Mr. Jean-Luc Audin from southern France. So, you know, we got good company there, and, you know, and stuff like that. And you're more than welcome to post all your heavy-duty, heavy metal videos there.
All right, I'll try to get something on there soon. I haven't had anything on there in a while.
Anything rebellious and it's
black magic stuff might not hurt.
Yeah, all that good stuff. It'll be good because it'll attract more and more and more people that come and click like, you know. But that's about it. Anything else you have to say?
I got the day off tomorrow, so I'm gonna resign. You know, retire, and I'm gonna enjoy my time off.
Yeah, it is getting a tad bit late. Even
my first day off at my new job, I started January 11th, and it's a paid day off, and I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of it.
You know what? Have fun. I'm supposed to go to a buffet and eat a lot of sushi Sunday, but I'm thinking of, oh, damn it, I can't do shit because I have a special appointment tomorrow. But I'll make up for it for the weekend. I'll make up for it. So, Mick Raven, where's my Yingling Porter? Right now, I got Yingling Porter.
Cheers, and have a good night, Voodoo Man.
Oh, yeah, respect that voodoo doll.
I got it right here, brother. Funny that you brought it up and it was right handy. That's interesting right there.
I just wanted people to understand that is not Mr. Potato Head. That's not a toy. You know what I mean? And I have let me show it to you. I have a special dream catcher I think it's called the mandala, that is supposed to be not treated as a toy either. Let me just show people. Yeah, it comes with information. It was given to me by one of my exes that lived in Oklahoma. Well, she was stationed in Oklahoma. And
I love that. Beautiful.
Yeah, this is like a special Native American dream catcher with special powers, and as you can see, it looks it.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. I have this hanging right in the center over my bed, and you know, the instructions say this is not a toy, and that's that. But you know what? While I'm holding this, I'm going to say good night to everyone, and to you, of course. It's been great.
Excellent. Good night.
All right. Good night. This has been Progressive Discussions After Dark with myself and Mick Von Raven. Good night.
Cheers, James.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.